Guys, welcome on in. Three Bold Takes. I'm Freddie, joined by Chase and Quinn, and we are talking the ACC championship game between Duke and Virginia. Yes, you heard that right. Duke and Virginia are in the ACC title. 7-5 Duke has a chance to just be the Power Four's worst enemy when creating this 12-team playoff format. Quinn, I want to sling it over to you first because I'm curious on your thoughts on this. Because listen,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know, spoiler alert, we were on this about a month and a half ago, maybe. And I believe we were the first ones to discuss this potential of happening and kind of predicted it to happen. But go ahead.
Yeah, we were on this about 4 or 5 weeks ago, like right as the first playoff ranking coming out. We were looking at the ACC standings and we said, oh man, Duke plays like nobody out the stretch. They could screw around and slip into this ACC title game. And there's one other thing I want to address from the national media, and that is, I believe it was Paul Feinbaum suggested that the ACC should do a deal where you take the two highest ranked teams and all conferences should start doing this and putting them in the championship game instead of the way they currently do it. And for those of you who don't know, the way they currently do it is they go, oh, we got a cluster of two lost teams. Who played the best ACC strength of schedule?
Mm-hmm.
So take your combined opponents in the ACC. What's their record? That's the right and objective. Through trying to make TV ratings. In conference play, you can be completely and totally objective, and you should be. Plain and simple. For Miami, you don't want to be in the situation you're in. Don't lose to SMU or Louisville, one or the other. You could have easily beaten both, okay, and you'd be fine. So I'm off my high horse with that. As far as this, look, don't be wrong. I'm an agent of chaos. I would love to see Duke at 8-5 win the ACC, and then we all sit on our. Because here's the funny thing: right now, everyone's like, "Oh, if Duke wins, well, then we're going to see JMU and the American Conference champion in because they're both going to be ranked higher than Duke." But what if James Madison loses in the in the Sun Belt Conference championship game? Because then 8-5 Duke is going to make the college football playoff. That's where we sit. We are two crazy upsets away from an 8-5 football team making the college football playoff because of the auto bid. And people are going to scream from the rooftop to get rid of the auto bids. And to those people, I say, shut up, sit down. This is a crazy scenario that will probably never play. It more than likely won't play out this year. And the chances that we ever even get back into this spot are slim to none. So just enjoy the chaos, man, and congratulate Duke for their season. That's what I say. Um, but
You know what
that
would really be wild is if Duke wins and Miami slips into the playoffs and they didn't even win their conference, and you still
yeah,
have the two group of fives. That would be wild.
that would be nuts. Um, that being said, Virginia and Duke's played already. Virginia won that game by 17 points. Duke's not good. Okay, I want to stress they're not that good. I like Virginia to get this done and save everybody from the nightmare fuel, but don't get it twisted. I'm gonna be rooting so hard for Duke to win this game just for the insanity that would follow. But I think the Virginia Cavaliers get it done. Shout out to Tony Elliott, man. What a turnaround.
Yeah, no, I think they've done a great job this year, but you got to look at it. Let's just be honest. This is mediocrity at its best. This is nothing stands out to you about the Cavaliers' schedule, about any of their wins, about any of their either their two losses. Nothing off the statistics page.
They had that huge upset of Florida State.
They
Remember?
did. And what did Freddie say in the last video? On a Friday night, it gets a little weird. It did for that one for sure. Number 8, Florida State, who's 5-6 on the whatever, 5-7 now. Whatever they are. But I think they did a great job this year getting to the record they got. But again, there's just nothing that just absolutely jumps off the page. for you. I've been looking and searching the whole time while Quinn's talking to, like, man, what point am I gonna like what can I say to back up my point of choosing Virginia? There is no backup. There's no backup for either team. Both of them kind of suck. The ACC championship is in a blunder, and we're talking so much so that this game is so bad. These two opponents are so bad that we're talking about an American Conference championship winner potentially having a bye over an ACC championship winner. Like, that's the level we're at. I have no evidence. I have no backup. I don't know anything. But somehow, some way, Virginia is going to weirdly win this game, probably by like 1 point or something. It might be 3-2 at the end of the game. I don't know. It's the ACC, and it's really weird. Virginia is going to end up finding a way. They beat Duke last time at Duke as well, just handed them. And I'm actually a big fan of Manny Diaz. I like what he does with his defenses. Usually, he's very stout at Penn State. If you look through their record this year, I'm not sure if you remembered that he is a defensive-minded head coach. Anyway, you won't be able to tell that this weekend either. I'm going to go Virginia.
Duke lost to UConn.
Yeah.
We could.
Who got
There's
beat
a
by,
chance.
by Illinois? It was like,
I'll probably never say this again. There's an opportunity for a team to make the college football playoff who lost to UConn. Wow. Also, I went up and looked like what the spread was the last time that these two teams played. And by the way, I forgot to say Virginia's favored by 2.5 in this game. Duke was a 4.5 point favorite at home against Virginia the first meeting. And obviously, as we know, Duke ended up losing to Virginia. Give me the Blue Devils, man. I'm going for Duke here. I'm going for chaos. It's hard to beat a team twice. Because, I mean, think about it. Virginia has everything to lose. You're going to make the college football playoffs if you win this game. You're 10-2. You would be 11-2. That would be one of the better Virginia seasons I've ever seen. Honestly, probably the best Virginia season I have ever personally seen or remember in my time of watching college football. Duke's got nothing to lose. How are they there? Why are they there? They don't even know. I mean, what? They don't. It probably came down to like 0.5% on the opponent's conference win percentage, and here they are. Thank you, SMU, for losing. That gives us this scenario late Saturday night, if you didn't know. Give me the Blue Devils. It's going to be an awesome game. It'd be hilarious, and I want it, and I think it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I cannot wait for the college football playoff rankings tomorrow night to see if there is just to see where the G5 is and if JMU is ranked for that possibility. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But guys, thanks for watching. That has been the ACC Conference Championship game prediction. I'm Freddie, been joined by Chase and Quinn, and we'll see you guys next time.